And we're live. So welcome on Monday, March 18th. Welcome to the show. Today we're going to talk about the 3 stocks to watch. We're going to talk about the stocks that I am trading right now. And we're going to talk about how to manage emotions when trading. So this show is called Coffee with Marcus because the idea here is that we can have a coffee together on a Monday afternoon, 4 o'clock Central Time. Now, yesterday was St. Patrick's Day, so for my friends in Chicago, good morning. So I hope that you had a fantastic day. Well, as you can see, I'm a little bit burned. I spent the weekend with my kids, so we had a sailing regatta. Both my kids were sailing and they did phenomenal. So this is the first time I'm trying to go live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Let me know if this works. Let me know if you can hear me on YouTube and let me know if you can hear me on Facebook, and then we'll get started right away. So, and I know there's always this awkward delay between when you're typing a comment and when I see it. It seems that Facebook and YouTube give me a 20 to 30 second delay. So this is where there will be might be an awkward silence here. Anyhow, hey, before I forget, but I want to make sure that we can all hear perfectly fine. So let me just type a comment and let me know if you can hear and see me right now on YouTube and Facebook. All right, cool. So before we move on, before we start talking about stocks and options, there is a very important announcement for you. And this is that tomorrow is International Pancake Day. What does this mean? It means free pancakes. Let me actually share my screen with you here for a moment. So, tomorrow is the IHOP National Pancake Day. So you can go there and get a free short stack until supplies last, I believe, or the whole day, actually. You can get it. And the idea here is, I think it's a great promotion. Free pancakes, and all you ask to do is, if you feel like it, donate to help children battling critical illnesses. So, yeah, this is tomorrow, International Pancake Day. Who knew, right? Who knew what all there is? All right, let's see. I cannot see your comments yet, so if you are here, let me know, type it in the comments, and let me know if you are actually planning to go to IHOP tomorrow to get your free short stack of pancakes. All right, what else do we have? 3 stocks to watch here right now. Let's actually move back to the charts. So first of all, today, March 18th, Monday, stocks started the week on a positive note. Not a whole lot. As you can see, the Dow Jones up 65 points. The S&P up 10 points, so 0.25% up. NASDAQ 0.25% up. S&P up 0.37%. So a little bit better here. And I just want to make sure that we are really live and that you can hear me, because I promised you to be here. So let me just quickly check if you are actually, or I think that you are. So let me just see. I want to check in with my team here really quick. If they can see me. Can you see me? Okay, perfect. So, it's good to know that we're live. So let's talk about the 3 stocks that I want to talk about. So the first stock to talk about is Tesla, actually. Tesla, definitely been in the news. Last week, they unveiled the Model Y, which is a new SUV, one of the low-cost SUVs here. And you see that today they dropped 2.16%. They already dropped on Friday, so after the reveal of Model Y, you would think actually, hey, Tesla should have a new model, but no, they did not. Actually, let me just see the Tesla Model Y. Let's go away from the pancakes here and take a look at the Model Y. See, here's one of the challenges. I want to go to the images. The challenge is, I don't think the Model Y is that exciting, right? I think that Tesla lost a little bit the edge here, because if you look at it, this is what the car looks like. It's like, meh, right? I mean, not really that fantastic. This is what the interior looks like. And so, yeah, everybody is kind of a little bit disappointed. And I'm actually, honestly, I am surprised that Tesla is going into the low cost market. I mean, they promised to produce a car for $35,000. Now the SUV, I believe, should be $47,000, maybe $42,000. I think it's going in the wrong direction. Now, let me show you something really cool that I saw the other day. Because other car manufacturers are now breaking into the electric car models. And the one that I really like that I saw revealed last week was the Aston Martin Lagonda all-terrain concept. Let me show you this car. Now compare this to the Tesla car. Oh, here says we have to watch a commercial here really quick. We will do this.
Welcome to the Aston
Anyhow,
Martin.
this is what the Aston Martin, I mean, isn't that a beautiful car? Now, let's take a look inside. When all doors are open, check this out. Check this out. Look at that. I mean, this is luxury. This is going in the right direction. I mean, you have suicide doors here. This is what it looks on the inside. I'm really excited about this car. Let me just see if I can give you a glance of the cockpit here. There we go. All right. As you can see, this is the cockpit. Isn't that cool? I mean, this is why I think that everybody right now is a little bit disappointed. And this is why Tesla is dropping here. Now, Tesla has been all over the place, as you can see. I mean, if you look just over the past year, Tesla hasn't been able to make new highs, right? I mean, it's hovering between 380 and 260. And I think it's really important for Tesla to come out with some more innovative concepts here. Not really the race to the bottom, because this is what I think is happening here with Tesla, and this is why investors are kind of disappointed. So the other stock to watch here this week is Boeing. Now, Boeing, we already talked about it last week. Boeing right now in trouble because there were 2 accidents that involved their Boeing 37 MAX 8 airplane. And it seems that right now these incidents are linked together. So last week, Boeing was already crashing 17%. Today, adding another 2 or 3%, actually 2%, 1.77. This morning when I checked, they were actually a little bit further down. So Boeing had a really great run this year, as you can see. Started at 300, went all the way up to 440. That's a 50% going up. But now it is going down. Last week I did an analysis showing you that, yes, the indicators actually showed you to get out of this early. So what's going on? Is Boeing right now a good buy? You see, based on what I see, the indicators are still all pointing to sell. So if you have Boeing in your portfolio, good luck with you that this ship turns around. I don't know what will happen. It seems that every day there's more news coming out, and we will see how this affects Boeing as a company. It was the high flyer, and they were holding back the Dow Jones a little bit. Seems that today all indices are positive, Boeing and Tesla negative. Now, I almost wanted to say Facebook, because that is the third stock to watch here. Facebook is also bucking the trend, and while the rest of the indices are going up, Facebook is going down. Today, down 3.24%. So, what happened? Isn't Facebook everybody's darling? Well, last week they were in big trouble. Let's actually switch back here to the full screen. And what happened last week? First of all, there was this long outage. I think it was 17 hours where both Facebook and Instagram were down. Then there was this horrible shooting in a mosque in New Zealand. And it seems that the shooter was able to stream it live on Facebook. And of course, this is where Facebook, Facebook advertisers say, are you kidding me? We don't want our ads to show while somebody is providing this hate propaganda and actually live streaming a shooting of I don't know how many dozens of people. So this is right now putting a lot of pressure on Facebook. And also there's 2 key executives that have left Facebook. One of them was the chief product manager, I believe, the guy who was mainly responsible for the news feed as we know it right now. And the other was responsible for WhatsApp. And see, WhatsApp is really interesting. Here in the US, we might not use WhatsApp as much because for us, texting is pretty much free, right? And also sending videos and pictures. In many other countries in the world, you have to pay to send pictures and videos, the so-called MMS, multiple messaging system, right? Or multiple media messages. What do I know? I mean, the point is that WhatsApp is wildly popular worldwide, and now one of the key responsibility guys, whatever you call it, right, left Facebook. So this is where right now there's trouble in the horizon. So what does this mean? I mean, if you see that these major stocks that everybody seemed to love, I mean, Boeing up 50% for the year, Tesla, everybody's always talking about Tesla and how innovative they are. No, they're not. I don't think they are. And then also we have Facebook, and all of these are in trouble. So what should you buy? And this is where I want to show you what I personally do, what I personally trade. Now, as you know, this is just such a beautiful car. I don't know how much it costs, but I definitely want to look into this. Now, as you know, the way how I trade is using the PowerX Analyzer. By the way, if you're interested in learning more about my philosophy on trading, on how I pick the best stocks, how I determine when to enter the stocks and when to exit the stocks, please make sure that you go to mytradingroutine.com. I have a free video for you on this webpage that shows you what I do. And if you would like to have a demo of this software, how exactly I use it, you can request it on this page. It's mytradingdemo.com. So my trading routine. Okay, mytradingroutine.com. If somebody could type this in the comments, which somehow magically I still not see, but I hope that you're having a great time. So if somebody could please type in mytradingroutine.com, this is where I find more out about the way how I trade. By the way, are you enjoying it so far? Are you having fun with your coffee? Or again, Chicago, happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy belated St. Patrick's Day. It was yesterday. And wherever else you celebrated, I just know that there's a lot of Irish people in Chicago. Where else is a lot of Irish people? If you know, type it in the comments, and I'll have a sip of coffee here for a moment. So, when using the PowerX Analyzer, I'm using the scanner to filter the best stocks and options, and the ones that I really like today was CRC as a buy. So I bought CRC this morning, as well as SLCA. So these were two that came up in the scanner that I really liked a lot. And I should move these over into my watch list because I do now own the stock. So full disclaimer, these are not trade recommendations that I'm giving you. I'm just showing you what I do. So I now have these stocks in my portfolio: CLF, XEC, SLCA, and CRC. Now for CLF and XEC, I'm betting on a falling market. And as you can see, this works out really nicely. So I'm catching this nice downtrend because yes, when trading, you can bet on a rising and a falling market. XCC the same, betting on a falling market. Now SLCA, today I got an entry signal here, and I got to show you, this is one of the things where, hey, if you got it right, trading is so much fun. SLCA, that's the one. Look at this, SLCA, I entered this morning and it jumped up 7.66%. How much fun is that, right? So how did I know that it would jump up today? I didn't know, but I looked at the indicators, and the indicators told me that it is more likely for SLCA to go up than down. Do I buy this based on the news? Not at all, right? Because you want to trade what you see, not what you think. I don't care what SLCA is doing. I don't care what XCC is doing. I don't know what CRC is doing. I'm just trading these stocks because the indicators are telling me that right now is a good time to buy these stocks, and for the others, it is a good time to sell those. And yes, you can bet on a falling market. Again, if you would like to know more about this, go to mytradingroutine.com. This is where I have a free video for you. And where also, if you want, you can schedule a demo to see exactly how the software works, what I do with it. And for those of you who own the software, I hope that you caught these two stocks today. If you did, type it in the comments. I know that there's some of you here watching who already own the software. So were you able to catch SLCA and CRC? Let's actually take a look at CRC. That's another good one. Not as explosive of a move, but hey, 4.55% in a day. So how do you like this? Making 4.55% in a day, or as we had with SLCA, 7.6%. Now, disclaimer, of course, it doesn't always work this way. And I just noticed that I forgot to share my screen when showing CRC. So here we go. CRC up 4.55%. So lots of fun trading here today. Absolutely. All right, so these are the 3 stocks to watch this week, and this is also the stocks that I currently own. So the stocks that I have is XEC. Talked about this. This is where I'm betting on a falling market. So today went slightly up, took already some profits on the way down. Right now, the way how I manage the trade, this is a trade where I cannot lose anymore. And if you would like to learn how to do that, again, mytradingroutine.com. Just watch the video there. The other one, what was the other one that I have here? CLF, very similar. CLF was also able to take some profits already. It's right now a little bit bouncing back, so let's see if the downtrend continues. I mean, I see even in uptrend, sometimes stocks are pulling back, and the same in a downtrend, stocks are actually going up sometimes. All right. So I also want to talk to you, because I think that is important. I also want to talk to you about trading, and we'll talk about this in just a moment. But first, I want to share with you my very favorite quote, or one of my favorite quotes. So let me show you this, because I posted it also on Facebook on my page. Let me bring it up here on the screen. You measure the size of the accomplishments by the obstacles you have to overcome to reach your goals. Isn't that the truth? I mean, you measure the size of the accomplishments by the obstacles you have to overcome to reach your goals. If everything would be easy, everybody and his grandmother would be doing it. Let's talk about trading, right? I mean, trading can be simple, as you have seen it. I mean, if you watch the video on the website, you'll see trading doesn't have to be that complicated. But yes, there are some obstacles that you need to overcome. Talking about obstacles, the other day I read the story of Sylvester Stallone and the movie Rocky. Who here has seen Rocky? Have you seen Rocky? Remember? I mean, back in the days. So here's the deal. Sylvester Stallone always wanted to be an actor. And I didn't know this. The way he was born, there were complications during his birth. And because of this, half of his face is paralyzed. This is why he talks a little bit funny, right? I mean, you have seen Sylvester Stallone. But he decided to become an actor. Now, this is where it got tough for him, because most people say, yeah, you know what, the way how you look is a little bit rough, and the way you talk can't really be an actor. So at some point, he was inspired to write the screenplay Rocky, the movie Rocky, right? And so he gave it to a producer, and producer said, yeah, you know what, this is not bad at all. I'll give you $150,000 or $160,000 for it. However, you cannot have any part in this movie. And Sylvester Stallone said, no, I want to be in the movie. Otherwise, there's no deal. So we just make sure that you can all hear me. Okay, it seems that Facebook Live has crashed several times. Sorry about this. So we will fix this. Hope for those of you who are watching it on YouTube that you have a great experience. Anyhow, so the producer said, no, you cannot be in this movie. And Stallone said, if I'm not in the movie, you're not getting the script. Now, this was the time where Sylvester Stallone was so broke that he had to sell his dog in front of a liquor store for $50 just to put food on the table. And he turns away $160,000, but he believes so much in himself, right? So anyhow, the producer at some point said, okay, whatever, you can star in the movie. And Sylvester Stallone insisted on playing Rocky, and as you know, the rest is history. Talking about the dog that he sold for $50, rumor has it that he bought it back for $15,000. Well, but as you can know, Sylvester Stallone has millions and millions of dollars. Anyhow, why I'm telling you this, because going back to, you measure the size of the accomplishments by the obstacles you have to overcome to reach your goals. Isn't that the truth? Do you agree? If so, hit like, post a comment in here, and hope that you really enjoy that. All right. Now I want to talk to you, how do you manage emotions when trading? And you see, when trading, there's two main emotions. And the main emotions that we all have as traders is greed and fear. Let's talk about fear first. Most traders fear that they have a loss, right? That they lose money. So here is how you manage fear as an emotion. You keep your losses small. Because when you keep your losses small, you shouldn't be afraid of the losses. And one of the rules that I like to use is the 2% rule. The 2% rule means is never risk more than 2% of your account on any given trade. And let's think this through. So if you have a $10,000 account, it means that you should never risk more than $200 on any given trade. Now, if you're afraid to lose $200 when you have a $10,000 account, well, honestly, you shouldn't be trading, because you should be really relaxed and say, yeah, $10,000 account, I'm fine risking $200, because here's the other thing. The next emotion is greed, right? And this is where, as traders, we want to make the trade that makes $1 million, a trade that makes $1,000, a trade that makes $50,000, a trade that makes back all the money that we have lost in the past, right? But it doesn't work this way. So I like to use the golden rule, and this means 1 to 2, meaning for every $100 that you risk, you're trying to make $200. Not 800, not 1,000. For every $200 that you risk, you try to make $400. Now think about it. If you have a $10,000 account and you risk $200 to make $400, right? It's a very systematic approach. And in fact, when you use this approach, you can be wrong half of the time and still make money. Let me prove it to you. Let's say you're risking $200 on any given trade. And let's say you're placing 10 trades. Now, out of these 10 trades, 5 of them are losing trades. How much do you lose? 5 times $200 is $1,000. So you lose $1,000. On the other hand, you're trying to make it. Now, 10 trades and 5 losing trades means that you also have 5 winning trades. How much do you make on the 5 winning trades? 5 times $400, because again, you're risking $200, trying to make $400. So if you make 5 times $400, this means that you're making $2,000. So let's do the math. Half of your trades are losing your trades, and on your losing trades, you lose $1,000, but on your winning trades, you make $2,000. How much is left after 10 trades? Exactly, you still have $1,000 left to trade, right? So this is the beautiful thing here about using these principles that I personally have been using for I don't know how many years, that you risk only 2% of your account on any given trade, and then you try to make twice as much money as you lose. This is how it became easy for me to manage my emotions, because these days I know exactly where to exit even before I enter. And the trades that I'm in right now, I talked about this earlier. So right now I'm in CRC and SLCA. I have already my profit target and my stop loss in the market. And right now I could just lean back, relax, and don't have to worry about it, right? Because one of the biggest challenges of traders is that, well, they don't know when to exit. Well, have I made enough money on the stock? And most often, it's never enough, right? Or, oh, should I get out? If I get out, I'll lose money. Get out when you risk 2% of your account. All right. Hope this helps. Now, I know that we have had some trouble, my team tells me here, with Facebook Live. So the idea here was to go simultaneously live on Facebook and YouTube, and it seems that this wasn't a good idea. But here's the deal. If you never know, if you never try, you'll never know. I mean, I wanted to try it, and I'm not afraid of failure. And this is something that I have learned the hard way, because trust me, being raised in Germany in school, how are you being raised? don't make mistakes. Failure is not an option. Well, I've learned these days you gotta try something new and you gotta be able or gotta be willing to fail, because if you don't do, you'll never know whether it works or not. So now I know this is probably not the best idea to do this. So going forward, I think I'll just stick to Facebook, because this is what we have been doing for the longest time. So for those of you who are here on YouTube, sorry, one of the things that I promise you, after I've done one of these shows, I will